So who is Akaash Singh? Akaash Singh is a comedian who is a host on the Flagrant podcast with Andrew Schultz.
To me. I think you're a beautiful girl. Oh, today I'm beautiful. What about every other day? Every day you're beautiful. Then how come you said today? I don't know.
And he's gotten into some controversy due to his wife's podcast. As you can see, he's a pretty loud comedian, and he also loves to talk about relationships.
Got a man? It's just over? What happened? Hold on just a second. Let's talk about it. What happened? How long did y'all date?
Why are so many creators talking about Akaash? I mean, from my watch history alone since November 12th, it has been just crazy. The last 2 months, just insane. Or I guess 1 month, even crazier. That was all quicker. But so many videos, so many creators, and what is the big drama? What is so wrong that we are all talking about Akaash, who up until this point was only ever the number 2 to Andrew Schultz. And honestly, I'd never actually watched any of his own comedy.
I don't know if I was a real man, but you could look at me and know I don't know nothing about that. Hey, all right, Latinos, I'm sorry I don't know this. Some of the Latin women are so unattracted to me right now. Thank God I'm married. That would have.
So yeah, Akaash does a lot of crowd work and race jokes, similar to Andrew Schultz, but I'll be honest, I never really thought Akaash was that funny. He was essentially just Schultz's number 2, and he came up with them. Akaash has been with Andrew Schultz for years now, and he was on the Flagrant podcast when it was just starting off as a sports podcast. And it's now become one of the biggest podcasts on YouTube. And you can see Akaash's career has just grown exponentially following on the coattails of Andrew Schultz. So there were 3 main issues that really caused this whole problem. The first one, Akaash being loud and opinionated about stuff he probably doesn't even know or have experience with. The second, Andrew Schultz becoming so popular that it brought attention to Akaash, even though Akaash had no reputation himself. And the third being his wife's podcast, which had no viewers before this point and is now just become a lolcow situation. I mean, honestly, worse than the Will Smith Jada issue. They're calling her Jada Pinkett Smith. They're calling her something about Alicia Curry. I don't know. But point is, she is now the worst example by far because she has spoken and said too much on a podcast that is ruining her husband's career.
About what you're saying right now.
Yes.
My preference is, which is honestly bullshit. It is, I don't want to date black girls. That's the way every black dude that fucks white girls says it. I've dated black girls in my life.
So Akaash, even though he's just a co-host, he goes really hard at Fresh and Fit. And Myron, his extreme ass, never forgot. And after this podcast, Myron's life got a lot harder. His YouTube channel got demonetized because he was doing some KKK stuff. That's a different story. Myron's not a good guy. A lot of people give him criticism, and he deserves it. But 2 years since that first podcast, Myron has been stalking and watching Akaash and found these clips of his wife. To be fair, she did post it to the internet for everybody to see, but it makes her look terrible. It makes Akaash look terrible because of the way he's spoken so positively about his wife. But I guess it doesn't make her look decent even if she was a single girl. I mean, she sounds like a dumb college girl. There's no other way to say it. Just ignorant, dumb, and spoiled. I mean, it was gold for Myron, and it's actually made Myron look like he was right the whole time.
Akaash only dates brown. Akaash has been with one girl in his life who is his wife.
That's my wife. That's an
So
Indian
this
woman that
is
was
like
important
loyal
to me.
through and through.
Okay.
Sometimes I get so painfully nostalgic for college. I was popping my pussy and living my best life in these white boy frat houses.
I'm actively trying to have an orgy
Because, and you haven't seen Nav yet, but wait till you fucking see him. His body goes crazy. His face card always slays, never declines. And it's kind of weird because I'm talking about your husband. I just know that Nav's dick is like at least 10 inches. Okay, I have 2 butthole stories. So one time I met this guy on Tinder.
And the primary issue with this is that Akaash is a comedian. And for his wife to be saying things like this is just embarrassing because, as we all know, the most embarrassing thing a man can be on the internet is a cuck. It doesn't matter who you are, you will be made fun of. And you will be a lolcow. And that's what he's been. And they decided to address this because the entire internet has been talking about it. I mean, it's become its own reality at this point, and they decided to change their comedy momentum and start to do some PR stuff. I mean, let's be honest. I think Andrew Schultz knows this is just more views, and he's trying to be there for Akaash, but he also can't help. I know they're all laughing at him. They're all making fun of Akaash. All these 3 guys, they cannot stop talking about it. And, oh, she's here trying to claim that popping pussy means getting dressed up, looking fly, all this and that, this and that. I mean, okay, well, Akaash also claimed she was a virgin, and she's screaming to the world she's not, and she was living her best single life, hot girl summer. And the reaction from the internet has just been crazy. I mean, the amount of creators that have responded on this, everybody's obsessed with it because it's worse than the Will Smith situation. It's worse than the Ayesha Curry situation. I mean, what is likable about shitting on your partner so much? This is the only reason Akaash is famous at this point. The main reason. How this will affect their career, who knows? What's next for them, who knows? My bet is some infidelity or something. Like, I wish the best for them, but to be honest, you just don't even seem happy with them. So she hasn't done worse than Jada Smith, but she almost has with how much she just said and how bad it's made him look.
No, I didn't say you're basic. I hate when women do this shit. What is this thing where you find the fucking insult in any regular sentence?